Hello and welcome back to Got Reacts. Today we're going to be reacting to some scary space facts. So without further ado, let's get straight on with the video.
Galactic Cannibalism. Straight out of a 70s B-grade horror. It's not just people that eat each other. There are many cases in the universe where a galaxy can collide with another one or multiple galaxies. Research has found that larger galaxies collide with smaller ones every 8 to 9 billion years. Our universe is
I wouldn't say that's particularly scary. I'd say that's a cool fact that galaxies can form to make these super galaxies. I know our galaxy will eventually collide with Andromeda, and then we'll form this new galaxy. So that I'd say that's cool rather than scary.
on track to collide with the Andromeda galaxy
I was ahead of the video. What can I say? Genius.
in about 4 billion years, almost certainly destroying all life forms in our galaxy. Just something to look forward to.
Well, that's theorized. We probably by then hopefully have developed tech that we won't be so effective when the galaxies collide.
24. No sound in space. Contrary to what many Hollywood films may have you believe, there is no sound in space.
That's because it's a vacuum and there's no particles for the sound to be passed on through via vibrations. I am a genius, what can I say? Yeah, there is no sound in space, so yeah.
Due to there being no particles for sound to bounce off,
Boom, I'm basically the video.
space is completely silent. The only exception would be if you were in the middle of a fairly dense gas cloud. It's so quiet. If you were able to float through space
I'd say that's more peaceful than scary. Get a good night's sleep, wouldn't you?
unaffected by the radiation, extreme cold, and lack of oxygen, the silence would drive you mad. 23. Rogue planets. Sometimes planets like to go rogue and escape the gravity of their parent stars. This doesn't sound too scary until you learn that these planets can be 12 times the size of Jupiter,
So big boys then. Whew.
rocketing through space at 30 million miles per hour. At some point, one of these planets may collide with Earth, and it goes without saying, it will be pretty catastrophic. 22. Loose skin.
That would be catastrophic, but we need a planet close enough to us. So I think we're all right for the minute, people.
And falls off in space. This fact may scare the germaphobes of the world. It turns out, after a month in orbit, chunks of your feet start falling off. Calluses and dead skin just start floating off your foot after a while. Yeah, no thanks.
Ew, that's more disgusting than scary.
21. The biggest planet in the universe. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system,
Yeah, and it's a big boy.
but is dwarfed by the size of the largest planet astronomers have found in the universe. The Dennis P planet is about 28.5 times the mass of Jupiter.
Now that is big. That's like nearly star level.
It's currently classified as a gas giant like our Jupiter, but many astronomers suggest it should be classified as a brown dwarf star because
Boom.
of its massive size. 20. The hottest and brightest supernova. A supernova occurs when a star dies and explodes, expelling an enormous amount of light, heat, and radiation. The assassin
It's such a phenomenon that just amazes me how when a star dies, it just brings such a big burst of energy. It's so cool, that fact to me.
15LH is the hottest and most luminous supernova astronomers have ever found. At current measurement, the explosion reached about 100 billion Kelvin. For
Jeez, that is hot.
comparison, Earth's temperature is about 288 Kelvin. It also shone at a brightness of 570
Whew, that's bright. That is very bright. You wouldn't want to look at that.
billion solar luminosity, about twice as bright as any other of the supernovas discovered so far. 19. Floating space corpses. In the early days of space travel, many animals, including cats, dogs, and a chimpanzee, were sent up to the great unknown. But some of these animals and some humans didn't make it back, joining the thousands of tons of space junk hurling around our planet. And if that's not creepy enough, without oxygen, bodies don't decompose. So this means space is littered with floating, frozen corpses.
Except it probably isn't due to gravity. I'm guessing the bodies will eventually, well, they'll either fall to the Earth's atmosphere or they'll be taken to another planet, another star. So I would want to argue that one.
18. White hole. Theoretically, it is possible for white holes to exist in space. They're the opposite of black holes in that nothing can enter into a white hole from the outside. Everything, including light, can escape from them. There are theories that every galaxy has a supermassive black hole at its center, and every supermassive black hole spawns a white hole. 17. What happens when you fall into a black hole?
That is a question I would love to know the answer to. I thought Interstellar did quite a good job of it.
We've all heard of black holes, but what would happen if you were to fall into one? There are only theories as to what would happen. One theory is that it may split your reality into two parts. In one part, you'll be spaghettified and killed immediately, and in the other, you're unharmed. This is because time doesn't work the same near black holes as on Earth. Either way,
that is so cool. The fact that time dilates like that, it just blows my mind. Space.
I wouldn't try it if I were you. 16. The Big Crunch. It is theorized that opposite to the Big Bang, which started the universe, it may end with the Big Crunch. This theory suggests that the universe will start to shrink and collapse to its earliest state. The Big Rip theory suggests the universe won't stop expanding, and at one point, everything will be torn apart at an atomic level. Sounds like fun. 15.
Yeah, it is a curious case how the universe will end, but I don't really want to think about that while we're in it. So, yeah, we'll carry on.
The dark flow. 1 minute you're a galaxy chilling at the edges of the universe. The next you are sucked into who knows where. A phenomenon called the dark flow keeps pulling chunks of galaxies into unknown places, and we don't know why. It's very reassuring. 14. Unexpected meteors.
That is probably the most scary fact, would be the unexpected meteors. But usually you'd get some warning, because unless they're hitting at such a speed, you can usually pick them up before they come near Earth. And thankfully for us, we have Jupiter that sends any that come close off course just about on the sun. But hopefully we don't have any massive unexpected meteors.
In 2013, 400 people were injured after a meteorite exploded in Russia. As it turns out, meteors can just fall at any moment and rain down on Earth, causing massive destruction, and we might not know until it's too late. Sometimes the sky really is falling. 13. The moon will leave us. Every year, the moon...
That's such a weird thought, that one day there may be humans on Earth and they look up and there isn't a moon there because it simply is vanished and isn't held on to the Earth's gravity anymore. That is so weird.
The moon gets 4 centimeters farther away from the Earth. This doesn't sound like a big deal, but it could have devastating effects in the distant future, implicating tides, water levels, and potentially slowing down the speed of Earth's rotation. 12. Venus is dangerous. While Mars is seen as somewhat inhabitable by humans, one planet we definitely won't be visiting soon is Venus. As it turns out, the surface temperature is around 500 degrees.
It's quite hot there. Yeah, it'd be quite good as an oven though. You want to cook something very quickly, just throw it into Venus, take it out again.
Celsius. Its atmospheric pressure is 90 times that of Earth, and it's constantly raining down acid rain. So I don't think it will be a popular holiday destination once we get the technology to go there.
Although it has been theorized that cloud cities from Star Wars could work there, so I'd be down for that.
The death of our solar system. We've looked at theories of how our universe will end. But what about our solar system? One day, when the sun's hydrogen is gone, it will expand into a red giant and consume our solar system, destroying it completely. Better pack that SPF 4 billion. 10. Space without a spacesuit. If you ventured out into space without a suit, you would last at most 15 seconds before losing consciousness from lack.
But it might be the best 15 seconds you could ever experience. That would be a weird phenomenon, wouldn't it? I mean, space, experiencing that, just nothingness. It'd be a weird one. But yeah, don't go into space without a spacesuit.
Lack of oxygen. That's if you're lucky. If you don't expel all the air from your lungs, you will die within seconds from the vacuum rupturing your lung. So, if you find yourself floating through the vastness of space without a spacesuit, I wouldn't hold my breath. Celt 9b. Celt 9b is the hottest planet we have found outside our solar system. Its surface temperature is about 4,600 kelvins.
Jeez, that is hot.
Just shy of 5,800 Kelvin temperature of our sun. This planet gets its red-hot summers from its close orbit to its parent star, Celt 9.8, the average temperature of space. Scientists have worked out that the net temperature of space is essentially zero. To be precise, it is around minus 270 degrees Celsius.
That is very cold. I'm glad I'm not in space. I like a warm summer heat rather than absolute freezing.
Or minus 454 degrees Fahrenheit. That comes out to 2.73 Kelvin, with the absolute zero, or the coldest physical temperature possible, being 0 Kelvin. 7. The night sky will get dark forever. Go outside at night and you'll find a sky full of stars most of the time. However, this may not always be the case, according to various scientists. In a matter of 1 trillion years from now, the sky at night will go totally black.
That is a weird thought, that eventually all the stars will run out of energy and there won't be new stars formed, so you will literally look into just empty vastness and darkness. That fact is cool and very scary at the same time.
Forever. 6. Even if there are aliens, we may never find them. With the trillions and trillions of stars in the universe, most of which contain planets, it's almost impossible that there aren't extraterrestrials out there somewhere.
I'd agree. I would say there's definitely aliens.
However, we haven't found them yet, and we might never find them. This is because galaxies are moving away from each other, meaning without faster-than-light travel, intergalactic exploration may not be possible. 5.
Yeah, until we find a way to travel faster than the speed of light, the fact that galaxies and places move away faster than the speed of light means that there's certain parts of space that we literally physically won't ever be able to get to until you develop a mode of travel faster. So if aliens aren't in our close vicinity that we can actually travel to, we won't discover them unless they have rockets that can go faster than the speed of light. So one of us needs to develop rockets that go speed of light. So if you're a great scientist, please get on it. I would love to, just be able to, warp speed there somewhere.
Solar superstorms. Solar superstorms, rising loops of electrified gas reaching 100,000 kilometers high, could wipe out Earth's communication satellites.
Yeah, this one's a scary one. The fact that if a big enough solar storm hits, then all electrical communications are down. And bearing in mind, most developed countries in the world now run water off electrical, heating off electrical, communications. It's a nightmare if it goes out. And thankfully we haven't experienced one since the Industrial Revolution. So we haven't seen what it would do if it just went. We could all just suddenly power down.
And disrupt aircraft technology. We are due for one soon, too, as they occur once every 100 or 200 years, with the last one hitting Earth in 1859.
That's not good to hear. So, 2020 was bad, but it may get worse if we have a massive solar flare hit us in the next few years.
Might want to get a Faraday cage for your cell phone, just in case. 4. Survival rate of space. Out of 430 people who have gone to space, 18 have never.
That's really sad to know. But those 18 people went and have changed and helped us learn so much. So they haven't died in vain. They've died for a good cause. And it's just a shame they never made it home.
Made it home. That is a pretty bad survival rate, making space travel the most dangerous mode of transportation so far. Still, space travel is becoming much safer than it used to be. 3. Dark matter. We have only witnessed less than 5% of the matter the universe is made of, the other 95% being dark matter and dark energy that we cannot see or understand yet. So until we figure out what dark matter is all about, there is still so much to learn about the material makeup of the universe. 2. Rogue black holes. If the rogue planets didn't sound scary enough, there are rogue black holes as well. In fact, astronomers have found such a Jupiter-sized black hole present in our galaxy.
That is crazy. Yeah, this one is actually scary.
I wouldn't worry, though. It's only speeding through space at about 3 million miles per hour. 1. Quasars. Quasars are some of the most powerful celestial objects we currently know of. These celestial objects are found at the center of many active galaxies and are the most powerful, energetic, and luminous objects we know of. One quasar emits more than 1,000 times the energy of our Milky Way.
That is mad. And that concludes today's video. Some of those facts I found more amazing than actually scary. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and why not share it on social media. If you're new to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button for more daily reactions. And if you subscribed and mint like that, make sure you also click that bell button so you never miss a new video. And if you need even more content from me, make sure you check out my main channel, Gated Theories. There'll be a link in the description down below. And as always, you've been watching Got Reacts. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow for a brand new reaction. Thanks for watching, guys.
The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights.